Okay, cool. All right, so the number one thing I always start with is sharing what our team page is. Our team page is kind of like your home room. It's your home base. It's your place where you're going to hear the announcements, anything new happening, when we have groups that are like team-wide coming up, when we have training, what's new going on with Beachbody, any kind of tips that are given by myself or any of the other top leaders, or a place to go for questions. So I tell coaches, be sure that you set this as your pin to shortcuts, okay? Why? Because notifications will randomly come off all day long, and you're not gonna be able to check it, but it's nice to have it in your shortcut area, which for me on my computer, it's over here on my sidebar. But on your mobile device, you have those three little bars at the bottom. You click that and it scoots it over, and then there's all your shortcuts to your groups. Sorry, I'm getting pop up. I am recording. So also, you also want to click notifications, all post. Any challenge group you're in, do that. That way you're getting notifications about your groups. And then anytime that you're like, okay, what is going on? Like, what kind of groups do we have coming up? The cover page is always going to be the calendar for the month. Okay, so you can literally go to our team page and see what groups are going, like when our next Emerald group is, or if it's already started, when our team sneak peek is, the dates, and everything's going to be placed right there. Andrea said she's having connecting issues. Okay, so pin to shortcuts, check daily, and I wish I knew how to turn off messages because they're going to keep popping up. So units, okay, so units is kind of like, and now they call it learning, it's learning units. This is not an area for you to go into and like memorize all the content. I want you to treat it like a library or a resource area. If you have a question, if you're looking for something specific, it's always best to search out the answer yourself first, than always having to go to your sponsor or your upline and being like, where's this, where's that, where's this? You know, really utilizing Google, number one, is our favorite one to use is Google. Going to Team Beachbody's Coach Align office and clicking, once you log into your, and I can show you guys this in a second, once you get logged into your Team Beachbody Coach Online office, there's a support tab. And with the support tab, there are forms and documents. So if you need things like doing the coach reimbursement form or doing a coach switch, a placement change, like any of those forms that you fill out in order to make an online request are located there. And then there's also our FAQ area, which is awesome. The FAQ has everything, and type into the search box whatever you're looking for. What is Success Club? What is Emerald, or whatever. You can pretty much find it there. But the learning units as a new coach, the areas you kind of focused on are the first two units, and I'm going to go over those with you. So first of all, the learning units is really useful for us as coaches to share with the people that we're bringing on board if they ask a question about like, oh, I'm not really sure what to post, or I don't know how to talk about income, or I don't know how to do my new coach announcement. Then us as coaches can say, oh, well, that's okay. Go into the learning units, go to unit number 8, where we talk about posting examples, and you'll find it right there. So I don't know how many times I'll send a screenshot to a coach and show them exactly where something is at. But that's what these are really useful for. It's more like a library. It's an area to reference. But unit 1 and 2, so unit 1 is always going to have our new coach training website. Okay, so if you're like, lost the link for the training website, it's always going to be right here in unit 1. And our cover page of the team page even tells you, located in unit 1 is on our team page is the training website. So pretty easy. Okay, so that's always going to be located there. And then the next thing is interested in learning more. Let me mute somebody really quick. So interested in learning more about a group and scripts on what to say. So I'm going to go over that with you guys in just a second. Scripts for everything. Okay, so when we talk about new coach training, we talk about connecting. There are scripts for connecting. There are scripts for what to say if somebody likes or comments on your post. There are scripts for what to say to a new follower. There are scripts for what to say if somebody's interested in coaching. Like, I went ahead and put the scripts that I utilize the most, and I put them all in one Google form, and it's awesome, and it's always located in unit 1. So if you're like, what do I say? Where do I go? Unit 1 has your back, and everything is located there. And then the New Coach Help Guide just has other general information. A lot of this stuff you may find to be repetitive. I put it in several different spots, so you're not always searching for things, okay? And then the business activity tracker, which we talk about in New Coach training. That's how you really start to track your business each week and make sure that you're doing the tasks you need to be doing in order to grow your business, okay? So next thing I'm going to go over is what to say if somebody's interested in the group. So this one's the most important because especially as you start to do your New Coach announcement, or you start to share, you start to talk about what you're doing, then you're like, okay, now what do I say? That's the most common question that I get. And we can still help you through this part, but usually what I'll do is I will direct coaches to this area. So information for our online challenge groups. If somebody asks, what is a challenge group? What is portion control? How much does it cost? What is Shakeology? What is Beachbody On Demand? You know, all of that's going to be covered here. But anytime somebody asks you anything, even they're like, hey, this looks really awesome. Like, how much does it cost? Y'all, like, you can't give nobody a price point because we have so many different packages. It's like you can't really tell them what something costs. And I tell people, I go, you know what, we have so many different options and packages and a lot of discounted bundles. I'm really not sure where to start you at just yet until I learn more about you. Will you tell me what are your goals and where do you find you struggle the most? No matter what, I always go back to that question and I become a really good listener, because the number one thing you have to do as a coach is make sure that you let people know you care and you're listening. And by listening, you're going to be able to connect what we have to offer to what they need, especially if they're telling you, well, I'm struggling with nutrition. Oh my gosh, well, we have this great nutritional program that just came out. And you can really start to talk about, this is what I'm doing. You know, you don't want to bombard them with information. That's not the goal. But usually what I will do if somebody says, I'm really struggling with nutrition, I will give them a very brief, like 2-sentence summary of what I'm doing and how I feel like it could help. And then I ask, do you mind if I share a little bit more with you about the eating plan that I help guide people through and that we've now grown this entire nutrition program from? So I'm always like letting the scripts and letting the Google Docs do all the talking. And I am just connecting whatever they're struggling with to what I have to offer, okay? I'm not word vomiting. I'm not trying to explain it all. I don't need to. These Google Docs do it for them in a very detailed manner. And all I have to do at that point is follow up, all right? That's all you guys got to do. So many people are worried about like, oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing. You're not going to say the wrong thing. Just be a good listener, ask them their goals, their struggles, and then relate to them, and then go into the scripts, okay? I swear I do it every time. I've been doing this almost 5 years, and I always go into my scripts. But I treat everybody like a human and like a person, and I listen, and I'm very respectful of them opening up to me. But I found myself saying the same thing over and over and over again. I kind of hate the word scripts. But honestly, guys, like, you're going to be saying the exact same thing because so many people struggle with the very similar things. Motivation, nutrition, not knowing what to do. Like, these are all common things that I would get from people, and I would be saying and writing the same thing over and over again. I was like, I got to find a more easier way to do this and then to duplicate it with you guys. So that is where I begin. We have 2 wonderful nutritional programs. We have 2B Mindset, which is more along the lines of people who do not do very well with any form of restriction. Like, they've done portions before and they're like, I just can't do it. I felt too restricted. Or they maybe check off a lot of these boxes. I'm a yo-yo dieter. I'm an emotional eater. I'm a binge eater. I consistently sabotage myself. I have a very bad relationship with food. You may find they're checking off a lot of these boxes, and you may feel that 2B Mindset is better for them, okay? I often tell coaches, if you're unsure, I lead with the program I love the most. And what I love the most is the portion containers. I love Ultimate Portion Fix. I get most of my people started on that, but it's not one size fits all. So I am informed and aware of what 2B Mindset is and what it has to offer. So I have that tool in my toolbox. And then there's also scripts to go into if somebody is a better candidate for that other nutritional program. But if you're like, okay, which way do I go? Just be a good listener. And if you feel like containers would still be great for them and that's what you love, then go with that. If you love 2B mindset and you feel like that would be great for them, then go with that. I really think both programs are wonderful, but you have to decide which one do I love the most, or maybe which one are you doing, and encourage them to do that one, okay? All right, so now it goes into the next step. And the next step is the portion eating plan. So I like to go over the information about that. And I usually will ask them, which I'm not gonna read this verbatim to you guys can go back and read it. But I usually will ask them if I can go over the eating plan with them, okay? So I will send them the Google Doc that goes over that. So the blue highlights are gonna be these Google Docs. And it goes and it does a breakdown of what the portion containers is and how that works, okay? Next, I ask them if I can send them information about really personalizing their journey, because essentially when you're creating a package for them, you're personalizing their journey. Do they want to do Shakeology? Do they want to do Beachbody Performance? Do they want, like, are they wanting to do the nutritional part of it, but would they like to add Beachbody On Demand? So I go in and I simply ask them, hey, can I send you, all right, let me share with you what you would need to personalize your journey, and I'll check back with you tomorrow. Notice that I always put a time frame on it because I want them to look at it and know that I'm going to check back with them tomorrow, okay? 24 hours is my thing. Check back with you in 24 hours, all right? And I let them know, I'm going to check back with you tomorrow. That way, hopefully, they'll take the time to look at it that evening, okay? But I also let them know, you can message me back if you check it out sooner. And then I'll follow up in 24 hours. Do you feel like this is something that can help you reach your long-term goals as you advance your knowledge about nutrition, but also with your fitness ability? So I really want them thinking long-term. I want them thinking about doing something more than just 21 days or doing something more than just a month. Like, I want to keep going with them, okay? So that goes into that specific script, okay? And then they say yes. All right, so they're like, yes, I think this would be great for me. And you're like, okay, now what do I send them? So this is where we go into, I call this an order form request. And I tell them I'm gonna send you an order form request so you can find and pick the best package for you according to what your needs are. Okay, so if they say they struggle with nutrition, they're obviously gonna click yes. It's gonna take them to Ultimate Portion Fix. It's gonna tell them what Ultimate Portion Fix is, what it has to offer, and then it's going to give them the packages, and it's going to give them the savings breakdown. It's going to give them US, Canada, UK. Those are the only countries that we are in right now. So they'll have all the packages, but in case price point is an issue for them, then there's also the basic bundles, okay? So the basic bundles don't come with the nutritional program, Ultimate Portion Fix, but it comes with 12 months of Beachbody On Demand, the supplements, and a general nutrition guide. Okay, so they're not totally left out in the cold, but it's a general nutrition guide. So if they're hung up on a higher price point, they also have these as an option in our cheapest package that comes with 12 months of Beachbody On Demand and the supplements and the general nutrition program is $160 in US, okay? So, I mean, that's insane to me of how freaking cheap it is that they're gonna get 12 months of online fitness streaming. They're gonna get a $130 bag of Shakeology for essentially 60 bucks. And they're gonna get an incredible online support group and you coaching and helping them through that. Like, honestly, you guys, what we have to offer is insanely cheap. Okay, and then it's asking them to take a screenshot or picture the package they choose, and they'll send that to you, and they'll say, hey, I wanna do package number 4. They'll send you the screenshot. You'll know exactly which one to go in and use share a cart with, which I'll go over in just a second. Then it also asks them, don't forget to let your coach know your flavors. So it gives them flavor options of what they get. If they're signing up to be a coach and maybe they're like, man, I want to get certified in that program too, then it'll give them the certification options also, okay? So essentially, I never send people to my website because there's so many choices. I'd rather give them direction on where to go and help them pick their package. So I'm reversing out of this, guys. If they pick no, they don't need any help with nutrition. It's just gonna take them to the basic bundles. Okay, 12 months of Beachbody On Demand comes with the supplements. And again, take a screenshot, okay? Okay. Let us go back. Yeah. I hope that all pulled up because I didn't switch my share my screen, but I think it did pull up, Sierra, the order request form? Okay, thank you. I asked it at the very end, of course. All right, so now they say, sign me up. All right, I'm ready to go. Okay, guys. So the way that I get everybody signed up is essentially I treat them like family. All right. I go ahead and give them the 25% discount and I sign them up as a coach ASAP. Okay. I inform them that, here's your share cart link. It'll say coach. Don't let that freak you out. I'm signing you up this way. Basically telling them like I'm creating a savings for you by if you want to order anything else, you get 25% off. If you end up having friends or family that want to join along with you, you're going to get a referral bonus of $40 to $80. And then I also let them know, if you wish not to receive the discount, I can send you another form. Just let me know. So, I don't make them do it that way, but I go ahead and send them that exact script. I don't change it. I don't go away from it. I send that exact thing, and I send the link to the share cart. That's it. I would say 99.9% people have nothing really to say back besides, hey, I'm signed up. Some people will come back and say, hey, I was reading and it says there's a $16 fee. Can you explain that to me? Then I go and I send them this, and I explain that to them, and I let them know, like, you all, they're not roped into anything. We're not roping people into anything. They can literally sign up to be a coach one day and the next day cancel their coach account. Do I want them to do that? No, I don't. What I find happens when I sign people up this way, they stay more committed to Shakeology or whatever they're on because they get a discount. Think about it. Like if you had a Sam's Club membership or Costco, wherever you go, because you have that membership, you continue going there, right? Like even if you're like, I don't really need anything, but I'm over by Costco today and I have the membership, we might as well go in and see if we can buy something, right? It's no different with having the coach discount, okay? So I find that the longevity of them continuing their supplements, that they stay on those longer. And they get the discount and you look like the hero in the end. Plus it helps build your organization. Like it creates the foundation of your team. Are these people going to be the ones that are going to make your business skyrocket and make you a six-figure earner? No, but they help you get your start and they launch your business and they become fillers in your organization as you do find active coaches that really run with you. Chris and I, we still sign up discount coaches. I pretty much sign up everybody this way still to this day. So that's how I sign up. If they don't want to sign up as a coach, cool. You can go in and modify the link and do it as a customer. Easy. How do you share a cart? So there's a video already on here for you guys of how to utilize share a cart. So I won't show you that. There's a submit button. It doesn't submit to anything. But so this is the area they're interested what to say next. And this is located on Unit 1 in our team page. It's also located in New Coach Training, but not everybody wants to log back in, so you guys can always go right back here, and that's where it's going to be at. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to go over in that part. So let's go to Unit 2. Unit 2 is where I typically will do a marketing calendar for the following month. I usually do the marketing calendar mid-month, and then I have a detailed caption about what groups are going on, and then I will go and do a live, which I haven't done the live yet. I'll probably do it tomorrow night, and I will provide more clarification, do an overview of what the calendar is all about, okay? So you will always be able to see what's going on, not only in our cover image, but you'll get a more detailed description in Unit 2 will be our marketing calendar. So a marketing calendar essentially is, if you're gonna run an online business, you need to know what's going on, right? Like, and you need to plan ahead. Nobody walks into their day job and they have no idea what they're gonna do all day, right? So we can't walk into our coaching business and have no clue what's gonna happen next month. Like, you have to know when your groups are starting, because you have to know where to kind of target your post. I don't say necessarily target your invites, because I'm always inviting to challenge groups or coaching opportunity no matter when a challenge group starts or when a coaching sneak peek happens, because our groups, you can add people at any time. Like, so many get so stuck on a start and a finish, and there's not one. Like, our ultimate portion fix is in like week 3 right now, and people are wrapping up the 21-day fix. I am still adding brand new people to that group. I just added somebody 2 days ago, because the group, it's open for like another, I think, 35 days or something like that. And then we're going to do another one, and they can roll into the next one too. You don't have to make them wait. Like, I think it's insane. Coaches will be like, oh, the group's already started, so I'll wait until the next one. No, like you need to help somebody now. You don't want to wait. Like, we can get them going. The idea behind the group is not to start from a day one. It's to have accountability and support. You know, everybody starts at different levels. In my mixed program group, I do a mixed program group where they're doing all different fitness programs, and people jump in at all different times. And some are doing Lift 4, and some are doing 21-day fix, and some are doing 80-day obsession. And because I used to run program specific groups only, but I don't do that anymore because it limits people. Everybody's at a different fitness ability. And then I do team-wide new program launches. I do because there's a lot of hype when a new program comes out, that we have multiple people wanting to do that. So I do program-specific team-wide launch groups. But otherwise, I'm adding people in whenever they're ready. So I'll go over this calendar tomorrow. If you guys want to hop on live with me on the team page, or you can catch the recording. It stays on the team page too, and I'll clarify the calendar for you guys more. And I always say, reach out to your sponsor, because I know that some coaches run their own mixed program groups. So you always want to see kind of what they have going on too, okay? Okay. So I think several of you have already got through new coach training. I always say stop at lesson 1, and I think I see Andrea on here now. But I always say, hey girl, I see you. I always say stop at lesson 1 and take action. Okay, so it tells you to write your new coach announcement, stop, write up a rough draft, and send it to your coach. And say, hey, will you help me? Like, can you give me your feedback? Where should I tweak this? What's your suggestions? They're going to help you with finding like what you need to add to it. A lot of times I tell coaches, make sure you add a call to action at the end. Let people know you have something to offer, that you have a challenge group that you're helping co-host with your team. Own that challenge group, no matter what it is. If it's team-wide, you guys are doing this group with us, no matter what. You're a participant. You're encouraging other members. You're showing up. You're co-hosting it. You're a coach. So own it and let people know that. So always stop at lesson 1, write out your new coach announcement, and get the feedback from your sponsor. And new training can take you anywhere from 30 days, or it can take you a week. Or you can get it done in a weekend. I know Sierra was like, I binged on new coach training and I got it done in a weekend. And I'm sure that she probably still goes back and looks at things too. And it's always going to be open. Like, it's not like, okay, I completed it, I can't go back into it. Yeah, you can. Go back into it. Veteran coaches, Marcy's on here. Marcy, I know, has went back into it just because she wants to see what her coaches are looking at right now. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to jump into is so we run an Emerald group once a month. The last one just started on, April the 8th, and the next one starts on May the 6th. So Emerald is covered in new coach training. I'm actually just realized that a couple of my Emerald videos are no longer working. So this week I'm going to update those and reload them. So if you get to that area in training and like, okay, these 2 videos don't work, I now know that. I'm going to fix that. But just to kind of explain to you, Emerald's your first milestone in the business. It's your first rank advancement. It's easy. Like, you all, if you're serious about coaching, coaches who are super serious usually hit it within a week, no longer than 30 days. It's 2 coaches that you sign up underneath of you. If you're sharing, you're talking about the challenge groups, you're talking about what you're doing and you're inviting, this is not a hard thing to hit. In that group, we talk about the importance of signing up your spouse and why. I don't care if your spouse wants to coach or they don't want to coach. That's not the reason we're signing them up. We're signing them up for a business income opportunity. Okay, so it's a business decision to sign up your spouse to help you with growing your income. Also, we talk about parents. So if you're like, I'm not married, but we talk about parent sign up and why that is important. That is heavily discussed in the Emerald group, and it's touched on in new coach training. Okay. Basically with Emerald, it is your first milestone, but it's your opportunity to unlock the team cycle bonus compensation plan. Okay. So by unlocking that compensation plan, you're opening yourself up for a larger income growth in the future, but you don't even get to participate in the team cycle bonus until you're Emerald. You don't even start banking the volume that you literally have flowing through your coach account every single week. It flows through there, and every single week when Wednesday at midnight hits and the pay period starts over, you lose it. It doesn't mean that when you hit Emerald on Thursday, you're going to wake up with a big paycheck. I'm not going to mislead you in that way, but it does mean that the volume that's occurred, you bank it, you save it. You save it until your team starts to pick up, gets off the ground, and then you start cashing it out. So essentially it's like a savings that you can use in the future. But every week you're not Emerald, you lose that savings, you just flush it down the toilet, and that really sucks. So that's the most important thing. That's why we put a lot of emphasis on being Emerald like ASAP. And that's just your first milestone. That's not your stopping point. That's not your get rich quick, oh my gosh, I'm Emerald now. That's just unlocking the compensation bonus opportunity to actually create a real income out of this. Okay, so let me share my screen. I am going to go over this really quick because this is touched on new coach training, but this is something we talk about a lot is Success Club. And Success Club, it's basically how Beachbody kind of helps you gauge if your business is growing, and you're consistently doing the things that you need to do every month to see your business, grow. Okay. So there is a minimum goal. I'm going to call it minimum. And it's your non-negotiable goal, which is every month you want to hit Success Club 5. Okay, 5 points. So let me explain how points are tallied up. It means that a minimum each month you strive to help at least 3 people in a configuration of these points. So first of all, most people get their points off challenge packs because that's what most people end up getting. That's the discounted bundles. That saves them the most money. But anytime somebody gets a challenge pack, you get 2 points. Okay. If somebody gets Shakeology on Home Direct, they're like, oh, I'm not really interested in Beachbody on Demand. I go like Orange Theory. I got my nutrition down. I just want that Shakeology stuff. Encourage them to get it on Home Direct for a few reasons. You're going to save them a crap ton in shipping. Seriously, it's like either pay $2 in shipping or pay $16. I do not like paying shipping. Chris will tell you this. I will not buy something if the shipping is over a certain amount. So you're saving them a lot in shipping, and when it's on Home Direct, you get 2 points. But if they buy Shakeology and they pay full price shipping, well, that sucks for them, and you also didn't get any points for it. Same thing goes with Beachbody Performance. Let me explain. It's Beachbody Recover and Energize. It's called a stack in the shopping area of Team Beachbody. It's called a stack. But if they get that, then you'll get 2 points. And guys, those are new orders. So it's not like somebody got a challenge pack 1 month and then the next month they get Shakeology and you get 2 more points. No, it's new people coming into your business that you get the points for just one time. Well, you can get them multiple times. If they have maybe canceled something and then reorder a challenge pack, then you'll get points again too. So, but essentially if they stay on their subscription, you don't re-get points for them. And then 3 cartons of Beach Bars get you 2 points, and any combination of HD products. So this part's kind of confusing. It doesn't happen too often. So if people get maybe Beach Bars, Energize, and Green Boost, and it adds up to 90 personal volume points or more, you get 1 point. I rarely get 1 point. It's really kind of an odd combination. Most people don't do it that way, but you do get points for that. So in order to hit Success Club, you have to have at least 5 points. Most times you're probably going to notice your points are going to be 6. And you have to have 90 PV on Home Direct yourself. If you bought a challenge pack this month, check that box off. You've already got that. If you continue with your Shakeology or Beachbody Performance next month, check that box. You already got that. If you get a combination of things that add up to 90 PV on Home Direct next month, check that box. You've already got that. So that's how you earn Success Club. That's how you earn the amazing trips that you've seen Chris and I go on. Maybe some of you have. Yeah. Those are called Success Club trips. You can earn those, and those are paid for through your points. Your points equal money for these trips, and that's how you pay for them. Also, if you hit Success Club 5 and you're an Emerald Coach, Beachbody gives you free customers. Beachbody gives you free customers. If you hit Success Club 10, which is what most of my coaches strive for, to go to 10 or above, because you not only get free customers for hitting 5, but you get customers that actively make purchases like Shakeology, and you get the commission. So I have a guy from Phoenix, Arizona, that every 2 months, this man orders 3 boxes of Shakeology or 3 bags of Shakeology, and he won't talk to me and he won't message me back, but every 3 months I make about $100 off his order, and he was given to me through Beachbody as a lead. And he's been my customer for like, what, 4 years now? It's been forever. So the leads are awesome. The leads where you get orders attached with them when you hit Success Club 10, those are the best. But you don't get those unless you're an Emerald Coach, okay? You don't get leads unless you're an Emerald Rank Coach. So keep that in mind. All right, the last thing I'm going to go over with you guys is just a quick review of the website. Hey, there's a Melanie on the phone and a Heather. Hey, ladies. I got this recorded too, so if you missed the first half, I'm going to try and get it uploaded tomorrow at the coffee shop, okay? I'm trying to talk really fast too. Sorry if I'm like talking too fast. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys how I learned all our products, because it's a lot, right? Like, I haven't even got to use everything that we have to offer. Oh, let me show you really quick too. The support tab is right here. All right. Y'all, your dashboard is the most important area to look at. It tells you you're an active coach. It tells you your projected status next week is active coach. It tells you your Success Club points. It tells you your volume on your left leg and your right leg. It tells you your earnings. It tells you what new coaches have joined your organization. Y'all, even if you're not signing up coaches, your team is. That's right. We help you build your organization too. It doesn't help you toward your rank, but it does help create volume, and volume is how you get paid for Team Cycle Bonus, okay? So let me go back to showing you what I wanted to show you. All right, so we got a lot of products, right? And it's a lot to look at. This is how I learned, guys. It's the easiest way. Go to teambeachbody.com. You can log in if you want to see your price points, or you want to see how much PV you get for things, or you don't have to be logged in. It doesn't matter. The ideal behind it is to learn what we have to offer. So I would go and click shop, hover over it, and go to challenge packs and learn what challenge packs we have, okay? We have the general Beachbody On Demand packages. That is all in our Google form link. I try to keep it simple, so the packages that you find in our Google form are our Beachbody ones, our on-demand ones, and our Ultimate Portion Fix ones, okay? We have a graphic on the team page under the learning units for 2B Mindset that shows them all the different packages for that. Completion packs is somebody's like, I already have Beachbody On Demand. Well, guess what? We have completion packages that gives them the supplements and the nutritional guide too, okay? Then y'all, like, we do an early access. So Transform 20 was recently early access, and people were able to go in and buy Transform 20 and get the step and buy the early access pass. That's about the only time that I do program specific packages. They still come with 12 months of Beachbody On Demand, okay? Because most of our programs now, you have to have Beachbody On Demand to see them. Some of our older programs, like the older 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, 22-Minute Hardcore PIO, those are on Beachbody On Demand, but they also have DVDs. So maybe you have somebody that's like, I don't have internet, that we still have DVD options, but we are definitely phasing those out. If you have somebody specifically interested in 80-Day Obsession, that comes with the bands and the sliders. So you may guide them more towards getting the 80-Day Obsession package, where they get the workout calendar and the bands and the sliders and everything they need with that, and they get 12 months of Beachbody On Demand. But honestly, I stay up here with the general Beachbody On Demand and Ultimate Portion Fix. But just know what you have to offer. Transform 20 comes with a step too, so that's kind of nice if people are specifically wanting to do that with a step. Then go to nutrition supplements. I encourage you to look through the Beach Bars. I have so many people that buy Beach Bars. If you haven't tried Beach Bars, I encourage you because they're really, really good. Beachbody Performance, you can look and see what all we have with Energize and Muscle Recover, Hydrate, Orange Recover. If you guys want to learn more about this, go to YouTube and type in Beachbody Orange Recover. Beachbody has some really great YouTube tutorial videos by the creator of the line. I don't know what the doctor's name is, but it starts with an N. He has a really nice accent. But you know, if you want to learn more about the products, everything it's right in front of you. You just have to search it out, and YouTube and Google is amazing. Okay. Shakeology, you'll be able to see Shakeology along with our Shakeology Boost, so you can look through all of those. But like my point is you can literally just kind of go through and look at all the different things that we have to offer. Okay, let me minimize this again.
It's a really good way to just educate yourself on the products and look and see what the ingredients are as well.
And I want to make sure I'm covering everything here. So the number one thing I can tell you guys, if you're like, okay, first of all, the first thing that I told Chris is how overwhelmed I was for the entire first month. I did a call with my sponsor and I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed. Like there's so much to learn. Y'all, I do this full time now. We brought Chris home. He does this. We do this full time. This is like all we do, but that's not where I started almost 5 years ago. I was working full time. I had a toddler at home and we wanted another child. He was a full-time teacher. Were you still taking master classes in?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were really, really busy just like the rest of everybody else. And I understand it's overwhelming, but it's taking one foot in front of the other. It's focusing on yourself, number one. Number two, it's putting it out there and sharing. Don't wait until you get through training before you talk to somebody because you don't want to say something wrong. Not saying anything at all is doing something wrong. Y'all, like when I got started with this, I had never done a challenge group. I had never completed a Beachbody fitness program. I had no results or anything to show, but I talked about it because I was like so excited about what I was doing and I was very upfront and I let people know like, yo, like I'm still learning, but I think it'd be really cool if you did this with me because I'm having a lot of fun with it. And you could be my first person. Like you could help me. We could be accountable. Like that's what I do with the ladies at work, and the ladies at work are like, okay, tell me about it. I'll be like, all right, I'll send you some info tonight. And so online, I would send them the information. I wouldn't regurgitate it right there at work. I'd just be like, okay, like, let me get back to you tonight because I'm still learning about it and I'll send you a little info and we can talk about it tomorrow. So that's how I built my business. Just being like, I don't know what I'm doing just yet, but it's really awesome. I love it. And this is what I'm learning. So I would share it with people as I was learning, and I would talk about it openly on social media as I was learning. And you all like my videos in the beginning, and I shared with Sierra and some of the other coaches that I was talking to one day, like my videos in the beginning were like, I was so like, timid, I was talking like this, and I wasn't really all that confident. But like now I'm like happy, excited, and I'm confident. And this is like 5 years of me putting it out there, trying, failing, learning, pressing post and being like, oh my God, I don't want to even go back and watch it. But it's just getting out of that comfort zone, because if you don't, you're stuck in the same spot forever and your business will never launch. You know, you're just not doing anything. You're just so, like, sometimes people just get so worried about other people, but y'all, like, people probably on the other end don't care as much as you think they do. About, oh my gosh, I misspell stuff all the time. Chris will text me, Danielle, did you reread that post because you spelled, I mean, whatever, all the time. But I don't care because I just put it out there. And if somebody has something to say about it, then that's on them. Chris always says, no successful person.
Oh yeah, you'll never meet a more successful person, hating on you. It's just not what they do.
Yeah. If you're successful and you're doing well with life and you're happy with life, you don't have time to go hate on somebody else. Yeah. You just don't. So, the one thing I would say is, like, you're going to feel overwhelmed, and that's okay.
Definitely.
You're going to get past it. You're going to figure out your own routine. Your sponsor can help you with that, but essentially everybody's different and everybody has to figure out their own balance. And your balance may change as, you know, a child, you have a new child. Chris and I went through a lot of transitions the last 5 years where I had to change around a lot of things because we added a second child. I came home. We wanted to bring him home. A lot of different things happen within our life, but the number one thing you have to do is show up for yourself, show up in your challenge groups. Okay. If you are scared to post on social media, start there. Start posting in your challenge group and showing up in your challenge group. Nothing drives me more crazy when somebody signs up and says they really want to be a coach, but they are like ghost town in our challenge group. I'm like, are you even in this challenge group? Like, where are you? And I'm like, you want to, like, you signed up to encourage people and become a coach to inspire somebody, but you won't even inspire your own group. So show up in your challenge group. Even if you don't have, you'll, like, my first month, or first couple of weeks, I had no customers in a group. And I said, can I do it? I asked if I could do a challenge group. My sponsor at that time's husband was doing a 10-day Shakeology challenge. I was like, I've never done a challenge group. Can I do your challenge group? And he's like, sure. So I did it, and I showed up every day, and I shared consistently, and I liked all the other people's posts, and I would comment, and I really immersed myself as a challenger. And every time I do a challenge group, I tell Chris, I'm going to be the best challenger in that group. Even though I don't need this anymore. I don't necessarily have to show up every day in the group, but I do, because I strive to be the best challenger in my challenge groups. And I think that's what's made me a better coach. And I think that it shows your challengers not to be scared because you're there too. And it helps you get into that habit of, like, posting and sharing your journey and just being accountable for your own goals. Okay. All right, guys, does anybody have questions?